All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Devin Smith PS4 Sports League Network live on YouTube, PS4 live stream, Joe Price Facebook. Today we're doing Game 4 of the NBA season for 2018. I'm online coach Big Kurt Lord Green, and I'm going to be coaching the Philadelphia Sixers at Detroit Pistons. All right, we're 0-3 in this season 4. We're starting off very bad this season, but hopefully we'll be able to get it together. Anybody want to join any leagues where you can win money in my seasons? Friend me on my PSN at Joe Price 834. Friend me on Facebook under the name Joe Price. Or friend me on my YouTube page, Devin Smith. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the bell so you can be notified for new content. Also, check out my Facebook page, Joe Price Hall of Fame, which is an exclusive championship Facebook page that has playoff championship content from the past and the current.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. And away we go. Inside, he scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Pistons have it. Jackson to Stanley Johnson. Knocked loose. Griffin can't connect. Has to know what's a good shot and what isn't.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Simmons, his first effort off the mark. From the painted area, won't go down. To Simmons. Takes advantage inside after the miss from the perimeter.
You know, I'm going to say something that people probably won't like, but guess what? I don't care. I'm already crowning Ben Simmons as a top 5 playmaker in the league. His first true season, he had 18 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. He can finish around the rim and make everybody else around him look great. There's no doubt about it. He has all the ingredients to be the heir to the throne.
I like that.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Jackson, second effort. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Jackson with it. 10-2 the score. Griffin to Drummond. Great feed. Just not going down.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
To Stanley Johnson. Beyond the arc for 3. Rebound cleared by Philly. Simmons into the front court. Comes Simmons. His team leads it by 10. Can't miss those. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Griffin to Reggie Jackson. Curling inside. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. Bullock can't connect. To Simmons. Trying to cash in. The shot by Simmons won't go down.
The defense has to find a way to become mentally present in this ball game. Another open look, the offense is picking them apart.
Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Pistons, number 14, Ish Smith. 1 minute left in the first quarter.
Simmons. short jumper won't fall.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
To Simmons. Banks it in for two.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Pistons ball here. Oh, whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. First foul in the last 2 minutes.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of this game. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
And abuses the rim. Big finish for Andre Drummond.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
And he hits. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. The first quarter's complete. The 76ers have the lead. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Fultz into the front court. Up by 3. To McConnell. And counted at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
It's Detroit's ball. Screen coming. Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Is Smith to Luke Kennard. To Smith. Has a chance. Off the mark. Well contested.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
I got him.
Smith. Short jumper stays out. Embiid. And the rebound comes down to Smith. Won't go. He can do better than that.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Pistons have it. Is Smith to Luke Kennard. Down to Zaza. Oh, big finish at the rim. Sixers call for time as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Subbing in for the 76ers. Number 23. Defensive foul.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. The possession in favor of Detroit. Is Smith to Drummond. The drive, right to the straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
A man down low on the block. Drummond is going to feast in and around the basket. His field goal attempts are limited, so don't expect him to be featured. But you better have a body on him at all times and limit second chance opportunities. Let me tell you why. He collects 26.2% of all misses. That puts him in elite conversation. Him and DeAndre Jordan are the first players ever to eclipse the 26% mark. And the only player to ever do that before in the NBA was Dennis Rodman.
Number 81. Jose Caldwell.
Fultz with the basketball. His team on top by 8. Markelle Fultz lets it fly from beyond the arc, steps out and hits.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, 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 yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
To Drummond. It's denied by Embiid.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Has a look. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. To Drummond. To Griffin. Trying to cash in. Shot won't go. He has to create to get a better look. Fires the three. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one goes down. Second free throw off the mark. Still one to come. Jackson with it. His guys currently down by 13. Jackson. The pass set it all up.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Sixers have the basketball. Fultz to McConnell. 4-3. Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Now, opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. For three, he's been waiting a long time for that one to go down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Fultz into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Markelle Fultz to Covington. Fires the three. Robert Covington is long, and it pays off with the three.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shots. We call that being shot ready.
Lets it fly from long range. Good offense, beating good defense.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Driving right to the basket. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
And Joel Embiid steps outside, hand in his face, it still goes down.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now a three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The 76ers have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Pistons have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scores for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Field goals.
The Detroit Pistons just couldn't get any of their shots to go in those first two quarters. They desperately need someone to step up and catch fire for them in the second half. The shooting was certainly worse in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Pistons ball here. Here comes the screen. Jackson. Now a steal by Philly. Here's a chance from long range. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
He delivers with 2 free throws. Jackson with it. Down a bundle. Reggie Jackson rocks the rim. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
It's Detroit's ball. Jackson. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Has a chance. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Jackson with it. His guys down big. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. Jackson. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Team foul number 1.
To Jackson. Terrific vision. Shot from the lane won't go.
I know he was absolutely shocked he was so open. I know we were shocked he was open. You got to make those.
To Covington. Simmons. Not going down here. Pistons have it. Jackson to Stanley Johnson. Goes reverse to lay it in. Simmons has a look. Just off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Knocked loose. Redick. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. New blood coming in for both sides. Griffin. That's going to be out of bounds. Fultz. From long range. It's good.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Knocked loose. Inside, he scores.
I love when I see smaller players finish in the paint amongst the trees. But if you're big on the other side, you can't let that happen so easy.
Fultz with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead.
The assist from number 20, Markel Fultz.
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
Here comes the screen.
I got your help.
Not that time, and not his shot.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Gets it in the right corner. Going to launch beyond the arc. Snared by Embiid.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court end, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Beyond the arc for three. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
And it's good from downtown for Markel Fultz.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, who saw that coming?
The assist from number 23, Blake Griffin.
Gets off the three. At the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. That ends the third quarter, and a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Sixers control it. Markelle Fultz to Redick. Fires the three. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
To Luke Kennard. Down to Zaza. From the painted area, won't go down. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Simmons brings the ball up court. To Fultz. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, short. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Simmons. Good for 3.
Look, I'm not the one to hate. I'm the prime example of a bad decision that turned out well.
Easy path to the rim. Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Trying to cash in. Won't go. He has to find better opportunities.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to your...
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. Jackson to Drummond. You talk about forcing things up. Too much pressure that time.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Has a chance, hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Jackson to Griffin. To Reggie Jackson. To Griffin. For 3, and Blake Griffin good on the quick release for 3.
And Ed, when you have 7-footers roaming the perimeter who shoot over 40% from the three-point line, why take 2s?
All 5 can shoot it at any given time. Jackson to Luke Kennard. Missed that one. You want to see more, knowing the defender was still right there. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Philadelphia, number 20, Markel Fultz. Subbing in for Detroit, number 81.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Blocked by Embiid.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Simmons. Has a look. To Covington. Can't connect. Fultz to Simmons. Trying to cash in. And a putback slam.
Joel Embiid looking to take his game to a completely different level after working out with one of the best trainers in the league this offseason. An all-star for the first time last year, averaging 23 points. Safe to say, no longer trust the process. Joel Embiid is the process.
Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Simmons. That won't go. And it doesn't take a brain surgeon to know that was not a good shot.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The 76ers added a win with today's solid victory. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Pistons didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Fast break points.
The Detroit Pistons did so many things wrong when it came to defending the fast break. I'm not sure it's the kind of thing that can be fixed with a single practice, so they better get started, and soon. Their lack of hustle was pretty obvious in the opening half.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Take a look at the upcoming games for the Detroit Pistons. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.